Well, hello there. This is Shiva, and I know it's been a little while doing a video, but circumstances involved. So we're just going to do a quick update for this week. Just let you know what's going on. First off, Pinball Panic got an update today. Pretty nice. There's a new DLC come out. He's changed some stuff for his regular games. The editor didn't really get a huge update, but he did get a rising stationary target that goes up and down, and also the same with the walls. So it actually lifts up, and you can set the time and everything else like that for how long you want it to go up and then down. That's kind of nice. And then the rest are just songs, some themes. He's added a new maximum bounce, which is really, really nice. One of the big things is he has finally... Yay, fix this guy. During my test videos, I was noting that you can't put flippers too low. So that's really good. I should also let the developer know that he's got problems along the sides too as well, especially where the plunger area is and also on the other side. But, I'm pretty sure he's probably already noticed it by now. And he's made some changes to those spinning flippers. Expanded the editor window size, which is really, really nice if you've got a small laptop display or something like that. And he said something about a misbehaving wide table camera. He said he wanted to work on the DLC first, so that's cool. So he's got the DLC all done and everything else like that. So it's great. Now, Pinbuilder has announced that they are actually just doing the game right now. It looks like it's Phantom. So they were showing off some new gate models, but to be honest, they're just doing the game, so they have to do some custom models, or else the game just won't work in Pinbuilder. So yeah, okay. Oh, and we got transparent pegs, which that's fine too as well. They also mentioned that they're going to be doing some work on the logic mode. I don't know if it's bug fixes, because it does have a few. I've been going on about the bug fixes that's been needed for like weeks now. So obviously they've come across the same problems, and so they decided, oh well, maybe we should actually fix them. So cool. We'll see what that happens. We'll see when the next version comes out. So we'll see then. Having a few extra gates is not a bad idea. I'm wondering about the spinner too as well, that they may have to do a new object mode for the spinners. I don't expect a new apron, because the existing apron that they put in should fit with Phantom. It's about one of the few games that I know of where that actual apron will fit, because it's got the inside lanes, but as drain lanes, and then they're curved back towards the flippers. So that massive apron should actually work fine with that, because it's up pretty high. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. They're not, really giving us a lot of information there. They don't even tell us what bugs that they fix, and that would be kind of nice. So we'll see. I don't know when we'll see an update from them, to be honest. Maybe next week. Who knows? So anyway, that's it. I can't actually do either one of the games until some of these issues are fixed. With Pinball Panic, I can't save. I've got the Steam problem. And with Pinbuilder, they're just not giving me anything other than points to do any kind of logic. So I can't do anything with the logic yet. I put in my request weeks ago, and I don't know if it's going to ever happen. So if it does, then I can get back to doing some, Pinbuilder stuff, related stuff. But at the moment, with 8-ball and everything else, I'm just, I can add points. I can have a bonus multiplier. I got a lane change. That's pretty much it right now, and that's just not enough for a proper pinball table. So we're going to instead talk about a couple of other things here. Somebody actually mentioned this last week, and I got to thinking about it, and it was mentioning about shivaMonster, about whether I would re-release a new version of shivaMonster, or talking about how useful of a tool it is, and it is actually useful. So I'm going to call up my Photoshop, and I'm going to show you This is shivaMonster. This is beta 4, by the way. I haven't actually touched this in like years and years and years and years and years. But this is a design tool that I created to make it easier for people to do designs and in a very simple manner here. There are some presets like that, as you can see. So as you can see, we've got presets here for flippers and everything else. These are just very, very basic stuff, right? But we also have, if you're familiar with Photoshop, then you know exactly what's going on here. So why don't we just go through some of this stuff very, very quickly. But this is just a design tool. You can drag stuff onto the playfield and build your own game. There is some new things. Oh, geez, that's not even in there. Okay. See, the orange are the side menu. I've forgotten how to do this. Oh, there we go. We got some tables. Yeah, I have some pre-built tables in here too as well. And here's a pre-built table. It kind of does look familiar, doesn't it? Yeah. What the heck, right? I've also got center lights, different types of light fixtures. As you can see, I've got tons and tons. So, so you're getting the idea here that this is really just, just a design tool. And you can just say, select something and just move it around and place it wherever you want. But what else do we got here? We've got right flipper templates. So we've got templates coming through our ears right now, right? Yeah, see, so you got all of these new templates. You got left flipper templates. That's Centaur, I believe. You got side flippers, which I just showed you. You got top right. This is for the headers. See, so you can do that, and you can sort of mix and match everything. Now, these conform to, well, as you can see, these are the original visual pinball stuff that wasn't exactly scaled properly. So I'm going to have to redo them with proper scales, but you get the idea. And of course, we've got the guide rails here. As you can tell, we've got just tons and tons and tons of stuff. We also got middle tables. So yeah, you can just drag everything around, do whatever you want. And, we've got stuff for the right top. We got stuff for the middle. If you don't want anything, we got stuff for the left top. We got stuff for the left middle. Oh yeah, and we've got different templates for aprons because, they were all different sizes, right? There's one there. These are very close to actual scale for the arcade games, even though they are for visual pinball and everything else. They're still sort of very close to scale. So it should give you a really good idea of when you lay out a machine. See, we've got presets here too as well. Let's just take some of these out here. We even got presets for Bally. If you want the apron, there it is. See? No, I never did a Williams one for this. Anyway, we got grid lines too as well. These are my design tools. Let me close in here. If you notice, I've got numbers. 60 is roughly the size of the board. This was BP units, I believe it was. Generally, your flipper should be 2 board lengths apart. Okay. So that's what the guidelines for. We've got, of course, the word. And what you do is you build your thing, is you build your table, you select this, and you go select, load selection. And if you look very closely, it highlights the area here, and then you just go copy merge. Let's just do a new one here. Well, it didn't quite work that way. Bloody Photoshop. But anyway, what it does is that you can just copy merge it and create a new file. Why in the hell didn't you do that? You stupid, stupid, stupid. Up there it is. Width, height. Create. There you go. And then all you have to do is just save it as a PNG file, whatever design you put in, and then you can just load it into Future Pinball or Visual Pinball, and you could just build your table based on this design. So it's kind of a cool little way of doing things, isn't it? And of course you have all of these regular stuff here too as well. For instance, the orange ones. Oh, I haven't done some of them, but as you can see, you got all of your targets. You've got lights. Nope, I don't think so either. Nope, haven't got that done yet. See, none of these are done yet, but you've got toys. You don't have surfaces, but as you see, this is what I was building it at. I did release this a long time ago. Nobody downloaded it, so I kind of thought, well, fuck it. I mean, why should I be working hundreds of hours on stuff that nobody cares about? So there you go. But I might redo it. Who knows? And as you can see, we got a ball object here. I placed this in here so that I could size up everything. Select. Yeah, Photoshop goes really funny now, doesn't it? This is a newer version of Photoshop, and it's kind of really, really funny. But as you can see, you can just use it for resizing and everything else like that. So it does great. I forgot what layer 4 was. Nothing. And we got other objects here. And of course, the shivaMonster thing, which is right down there. All right. So I thought, yeah, okay. So I'll just show you. So this is shivaMonster, and it's kind of a cool thing. I suppose if you load in Future Pinball and just add stuff to this, you could have a really, really, really advanced design tool. And the reason why I did this was to copy how they used to design pinball machines before they had computers and CAD designs and stuff. They actually had little cardboard cutouts of stuff. And that's how they would do it. You see, here's a cardboard cutout right here. And what they would do is they would have cardboard cutouts of all of their stock items like this. And then they have all of the post locations already drawn on the cutout. Any rubbers, hammers, bulbs, everything would be done like that. And they would just sort of just move the cutouts around. They would have about 10 different ones. They'd just move it around until they got the shape that they wanted. And then when it was done, they would just, if you flipped over on the back side of the cutouts was all the electronics, all the electronic locations, drill holes, where the switches go, how even basic wiring information, everything. And if you were wondering how one designer would do 7 or 8 pinball tables in a year, now you know. This is exactly what they did. Everything was already preset and pre-done. Yep. So anyway, that's shivaMonster. So I hope you enjoyed the look of it. The other thing is that because I'm not doing anything pinball related, somebody also mentioned this to me a few weeks ago, and I thought, well, I've got this fancy new 4K monitor. I've got all of this powerful laptop. I've got my Ultra right here too as well, and everything else. I thought, well, I'm kind of in the mood to do some work in Photoshop, to do some drawing. So this is what I've been doing the last few days. No, I don't want you to save. And there you go. New, the latest version of the Trigon artwork. And no, do not get your hopes up too high. I'm just doing this just to entertain myself. I have absolutely no intention of ever doing another version of Trigon. All right. It's just too much work for me anyway. Especially, in case you didn't know, Trigon came out in 2004, Christmas Day 2004. It's been nearly 20 years now. But I found the new artwork that I had done a few years ago, and I just decided to add to it, and this is what I've come up with so far. In fact, let's remove the word, and now you can see exactly how it is. Some things may change. Like, I may actually just get rid of that. But you can tell what I'm working on right now is that guy right there. It is the center ring. I decided to change the artwork, but I wanted to keep it like Trigon. It looks like Trigon. So I reused some of the old graphics that I had, the styling at least. I've redrawn everything from scratch. I've probably redrawn everything about 5 or 6 times. But anyway, here, this is the center that I'm working on. I am not too sure if I like it yet, but as you can see, what I'm doing is, if you notice, coloring, I'm just blocking out all of the various things. The chests are there. I don't know what the hell it is, spine, the hair. I've got the rings done. I'm probably going to do a couple more. I've got there, and I've got the banner done. So, and then what I'll do is I will recolor it and make it look nice and pretty. I'm not too sure if I like this. The ring that I done, I found it on the internet. I redid it from scratch. I'm not that terribly thrilled with it. I don't know. It's probably because it's the wrong colors. And also as well, the skull here. I still got to do some work on it. I haven't finished the horns. So the horns are going to come up here. But as you can tell, it looks pretty freaking cool, doesn't it? Yeah, you can also tell that I've added the gradients back. As I said before, I want to take some design elements from the first version and put them in there, you know, just because this is going to be a complete, this would be Trigon if I had done it 20 years later. All right, this is really the way to look at it. But, you know, I have all sorts of stuff. And, of course, I also have problems making up my minds on stuff. So, for instance, there's my wood. There you go. It's a little weird right now. I know. What's that one? No idea. Anyway, but there are stuff that I've tried out and I just didn't like them. For instance, I didn't like the swords. I may still reuse them, but I'm not too sure if I like them. I may only just use the swords for here. It depends. I have a better idea, I think. So I got to try it out. I'm not a natural artist, guys, but you know, I try very, very hard. And I'm very, very, very stubborn when it comes to stuff like this. So anyway, what you see now is where I'm at with the artwork. I've actually made quite a bit of progress over the last few days. I'm notoriously very, very slow, and I have a hard time making up my mind on stuff. But, you know, so far it's doing great. This is probably going to be how it's going to be. Oh, and here's a picture of the old Trigon artwork from 19 years ago. Big difference, huh? See, I got the 2 dragons in there. I got the little skull, the radiance. But I actually think that this is a lot better because this is a lot darker version. So yeah, you know, if somebody wants to ever fix Shiva Engine 2 and get it actually working in VPX, because it's been badly broken because of the VPX updates, let me know. I'm, you know, and see if you can get Trigon to actually work in VPX. You never know. I'm not beyond helping. I'm not beyond, you know, finishing off the graphics. But I'm not going to be doing anything else. I'm not going to be coding. I'm not going to be doing any of the other stuff. I just do not have the time to do that. Trigon was, probably still is, one of the most complicated original tables ever released. I mean, it's a massive, massive amount of coding involved in that. So, have fun. I would love somebody like a higher end offer. You just say, oh yeah, I love that game. I want to try. I want to do a BPX version. Hey, I would be happy. Okay, so you see me brag about Trigon artwork. I'm very, very happy the way it looks. I love the little the line of souls. In case you're wondering about the graphics, why I use the graphics, this is based on the Teen Titans comic book. There was 5 issues with Trigon in it, and it was done by George Perez, and I've added a lot of George Perez type artwork to it as a homage. But there were certain things that he did in the comic books series, like the souls, for instance. That's in the comic book series, so I added them back in. And that's the reason why. The rocks are basically Perez rocks. All the backgrounds that Starfield and the backgrounds, that's George Perez. It's terrific. He was such an incredible visual author, and I hope I'm doing him justice. Unfortunately, he died recently. I'm really kind of bummed out that we're no longer get any new George Perez artwork. But man, the man's a legend, right? So I hope everything. So I hope I've done a good enough job for him. This is removed. Yeah, you can understand how many freaking layers I've got going on here, but this makes it a little bit easier for people to see. There's still some stuff that needs to be done. I was kind of thinking about, he's very famous for his burst circles, and I was thinking of putting a burst circle right where the bumpers are, stuff like that. But at the moment, I'm just concentrating on this. As I said before, I don't like the ring as much, but you know what, if you see this video, let me know what you think. See if you can come up with better solutions, and in the meanwhile, that's what I've been doing, just goofing around, working in Photoshop. So that's cool. Hopefully we'll be able to do some more videos for either Pinbuilder or Pinball Panic, but I suspect it's probably going to be not even this week, but next week. In case you're wondering, the 12th is my birthday. Happy birthday to me. So I'm going to be taking some time off. I'm also going to go back to see my, I've also got to spend some time with the girlfriend. We're going to probably go on vacation for a little while. I got to look after my kid too as well here. He's run into some problems. So I got to figure that out. So you might not see too much from me for the next week and a half, 2 weeks, but we'll see what happens. In the meanwhile, I hope you've had a great day. I hope you're not roasting to death like I have been in my place today. And in the meanwhile, well, happy pinball. Bye.